Hi, my name is Rebecca Olson, and I have the privilege of serving the Maryland Association of CPAs as the CEO. And as part of that role, one of my favorite parts is getting to know our members. And so I am thrilled today to be with Anca Stradley, one of our members and one of our Women to Watch honorees. Anca is a principal at CLA. And so welcome, Anca. So excited to have you.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy to be here.
So Anca, being a principal at CLA, you've obviously, done a lot in your career to rise to that role of leadership. But I wonder if there's something that stands out to you as, an accomplishment that you're maybe most proud of in your career journey thus far, and why?
Okay. So I think an accomplishment that I am most proud of in my career journey is actually the beginning of my CPA journey. And I will have to say that is passing the CPA exam. And the reason I say that is because, well, as you know, it's a very difficult exam. And I also started this journey a little bit later in my life. I was married, I was raising two young children, I was working full time. So really, just passing this exam and getting those three letters after my name was such a personal milestone, but also it was a gateway to something much greater. It opened so many doors for me, and I think it really gave me the confidence to become the trusted advisor that I am today.
Wow, absolutely. Yeah. To be raising children, working full time, and taking the CPA exam, that is a major accomplishment, and I'm sure it took a lot of grit, a lot of perseverance, and those are the exact messages that we need young people to hear, right? Because the exam is hard, but it's doable, and we have amazing examples like you to follow in doing that. So, Anca, I would imagine that journey wasn't done alone, right? It takes a support system. And I wonder if there's someone that you would have identified as a mentor or role model in your career that really influenced or pushed you to achieve these things that you have in your career.
Yep. I was very grateful throughout my career or very blessed to have a great support system. And that came, from my family, from my husband, but also from work mentors. And one of the people that shaped my career and influenced really everything that I do, because I do think about her even now often, is actually, well, she was the managing partner of the first CPA firm I ever worked for. And at the time when I first met her, I was young. I was newly arrived in the US, and I was really, a little bit confused about what path I was going to choose. And I didn't really know what I had to offer to this profession, but I think she saw something in me that I didn't see myself. And she really truly believed in the importance of our work and made me feel important and made me feel that our work was important. She took me under her wing. She introduced me to clients. She took me to events, and she really instilled in me the mindset of being a true servicer of clients. And that's really what I learned from working with her. I guess she really also taught me that being a CPA is not just about doing tax returns or solving problems, but about building relationships. So, and as I said, I do often think about her now and the lessons I've learned with her. And it really impacts the way I work, but also the way I lead. Because I guess really what I learned from her is really that the role of a mentor is not just to guide, but really to elevate, to bring people to levels they don't think themselves they can reach.
Wow, that's awesome to have had a leader like that to exemplify what that looks like. And I love that you said, someone that saw something in me that I didn't see yet.
Yep.
That idea of not the guide, but to elevate is awesome, right? We all need those people in our lives. As you've been through your career, and I'm sure there's just many lessons along the way, but in a leadership role now as a principal, when you see young people come into the firm, into the profession, what advice are you giving them based on what you've seen, the profession just change so much over the last several years?
Yep. So, as you know, the profession is changing. We have all sorts of technology, all sorts of new software, all sorts of automation, AI that is really truly impacting the way we do our work. I see all these changes as an opportunity. And when I'm thinking about myself at the beginning of my career, I started inputting numbers in a tax return, right? And all my days were consumed by all that data entry. And for a while, I didn't have the time to really think about what I was doing, to really be strategic and bring high value work for our clients. But I think that the our younger generation that's currently entering the profession, they really, with autoflow and all this technology that we have, they really get a chance to do more high value work right away, because right away they don't enter data anymore. They really review and they really get a chance to be more strategic. So I think that this is a wonderful opportunity for them. And I think my advice is really simple: to stay informed and stay curious and use technology and all of the opportunities that we have right now to really elevate themselves, and grow in this profession. I think we are going through exciting times in public accounting, and they just need to embrace technology and change as a tool and a partner in their growth. I think there are exciting times ahead, and exciting times for new folks that should be choosing this profession.
Awesome. I want to take you around to every student that I meet, right? The idea that there's exciting times ahead, and using the technology and these opportunities that we have to elevate themselves. It is an amazing message that we need everybody to hear, right? That the best of this profession is to come, right? The exciting
I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree.
Wow. Well, we've been on a journey at MACPA. The talent pipeline has been a challenge, right? And
Yep.
part of that, we think, is really telling the story of the profession better, just like you so beautifully articulated about the changing nature of the profession being an opportunity. One of the things we've kind of honed in on is if we can articulate the purpose, the why, the impact of the work that we do, that really resonates with folks, and
Yep.
they help to see themselves in these roles. So for you, Anca, what is your purpose, your why, your impact that really motivates you in your work?
Yep, I think my purpose or my why is very simple. It's really my clients and my teammates. Really, they are the reason I show up every day. I do what I do with intention and pride. Um, our profession really offers a unique sense of fulfillment. As CPAs, we're more than just number crunchers. We're trusted business advisors. We really help our clients achieve success, and our impact is meaningful. And I take great pride in the service I provide and in the relationships I build. And it really, there isn't anything quite like the moment when a client refers you to a friend of theirs or a new family member, or returns to you with a challenge. It's a sign that they trust you, that you've earned their trust, and it feels good. And equally rewarding, I think, is the opportunity to work alongside talented teams, younger folks or the same age, it doesn't matter. But throughout my career, I've had the privilege of watching colleagues grow, take on new challenges, and thrive. And knowing that I played a little role in their journey is probably one of the most gratifying parts of my work.
Absolutely. Wow. And it's funny, I've done several of these interviews already, and a theme keeps on coming back, that this profession, and the impact it has, and the best parts of it are all about people, right? The
Absolutely.
number crunching is sometimes the output or the report, but it's the relationships. This is a relationship profession. And you can
Yep.
see that in your personality, in what drives you, and how you light up talking about the relationships with clients when you're, gaining their trust, and the relationships with your colleagues. So that's awesome to hear, and to continue to hear from a lot of our leaders. So we have two categories as part of the Women to Watch Awards. We have the experienced leader, and we have the emerging leader. And of course, the commonality there is leader. And really, we believe that people can be a leader at any level, right? It's not a position or a title. It's a way of being, really. And so
Absolutely.
for you, Anca, if you had to finish the sentence, being a leader means what? What would that be to you?
Yeah, but this is a hard sentence to finish, because, as you said, being a leader means so many things. I think being a leader for me now means setting the direction for my team and creating an environment where, through empathy, integrity, and empowerment, we can all lead to collective success.
Collective success. Yeah. And it's awesome. Those things that you mentioned: integrity, empathy, and what was the last one?
Empowerment.
Empowerment, yes.
Empowerment.
And you think those things don't sound technical, right? They're
They
not
don't.
they're not
They don't.
debits and credits, but being a leader is it's those relationships, those, softer skills that aren't soft at all. They're pretty hard to do.
Right.
But being a leader is really being more of more human in some ways, right? Leadership is human. So
Absolutely.
I love that definition. So a little bit of a bonus question. MACPA is celebrating our 125th, wow, anniversary next year. So we were founded in 1901. We were the third state in the country to have a CPA license. So we were founded pretty early on. But I wonder, as we get ready to celebrate what 125 years of a professional community looks like, what does it mean to you, Anca, to have been part of a professional community, to be part of a profession, right? A community of leaders.
Yep. So I will say that being part of a professional community like MACPA, especially as it's approaching its 125th year anniversary, is incredibly meaningful. It really signifies a deep connection to a legacy of excellence, collaboration, and continuous learning. Really, I think for most of us, being a CPA is not just a career; it's a calling, and we all love what we do, and we're all trusted advisors to our clients, and MACPA has been a cornerstone in that journey for all of us. It's a place where mentorship, leadership, and service intersect. And celebrating this milestone, 125 years, really highlights the impact MACPA has had on the community and its members.
Awesome. It is such a pleasure to be able to have this community, of which you're a part of which we have, 8,000 members throughout the state of Maryland, and to get to celebrate our profession.
Yep.
I love that you mentioned that it's more of a calling. It's not even just a career. It's definitely not just a 9-to-5 job. It's a calling. Yeah, it's definitely not 9 to 5 some days. That's for sure. But thank you so much for taking some time to chat with me, that I got to know you a little bit better. And I look forward to seeing you in person on September 17th and really getting to celebrate you and the rest of the amazing leaders that we have in Maryland. Thanks so much, Anca.
Of course. Thank you. My pleasure. And thank you so much for having me.